Good evening. Welcome to Injustice Investigations this evening. I am your host, Al Scott. Today, we learned some information about Miss Russell that we didn't know. We probably thought about it, but we didn't have proof. Tonight, we're going to look at the timeline of Miss Russell. But before we do that, if y'all don't mind, I want to address her family and friends, the parents especially. They said they would not tolerate being bullied. I understand that. And since you all cannot tolerate being bullied, let me tell you something. We cannot tolerate people that lie. Your daughter is a lie, and she'll be put in jail tonight. We look at the manpower, the hours, the things he had to use to try to search for this one person. One person. I'm going to play the 911 call. Hopefully y'all can hear it clear, and then we will get started this evening. Ms. Taylor, good evening to you, and Ms. Rowland, good evening to you, and Barbara Armstrong, good evening to you as well. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. And I'm sure most of you have already heard it, and you've seen surveillance video. That interstate had a lot of cars going. But only one car stopped. Only one car. And that's the car that Lion Russell was in. Some things that she did prior to this, she might have been a nursing student, but she was dumb. No common sense. Here's just some of her searches the police found. July 11th, 7:30 a.m. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? July 13th, 103. Have to take money from a register without being caught. July 13th, 2:13 a.m. Birmingham bus station. July 13th, 2:35 a.m. A one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville with a departure date of 13. Isn't that something? That's just something. Miss Johnson Bridget, I promise you, tonight I'm going to preach like a fit. You can be intelligent, but have not an ounce of common sense. And that's what they were speaking about this evening. The 911 call. I've never heard a person be so happy and cheerful when they're speaking about an issue to 911. She's very excited. Very excited. Most people are like, yes, can you send somebody quick, blah, blah, blah. She was happy. That woman lied from the time she came back. She had already planned this. Remember now, on the 11th, she asked, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Now, this is just what they're showing us now. Imagine what's going to come. I told someone today, and I think I said last night, the police can treat you like a victim and still be looking at you as a suspect. I mean, that's exactly what they was doing with this. Now, for some reason, she don't want to talk to the law enforcement anymore. Yes, Luke Smith says very excited. She was very excited. I mean, that's like she was talking about, let's go to Disneyland. She was excited. We've talked about a lot of things on this show, but this is the first time I'm speaking about a 2 to 3 year old toddler on an interstate with just a diaper on and maybe a t-shirt. And if you saw the video, you saw the cars passing by. Her car was the only one that stopped, had its lights on. We learned today that before she made that 911 call, she stopped at Target and she got some snacks. Sean said, we know this was going to happen because, okay, got the facts exactly. Exactly, they did. Yeah, so we have to support the police for that because they did their homework. They will treat you like you're a victim, but they're looking just as suspect. You don't know it. Target. She bought some snacks. Well, that was before she placed the 911 call. Snacks. When the police arrived, she wasn't there. The invisible toddler wasn't there. Looked in her vehicle. I think her Apple Watch was there. Her cell phone, hers, she took a wig off. But she didn't have the snacks. They weren't in there. Yes, she bought at Target. Another red flag that she is a dummy. The snacks are gone. The phone is here. I leave my phone because you can trace me. I'm going to leave it there. I can't take it and bust it, but I want it. But I'm going to leave it there and leave it on. Nobody else pulls up, ever. Nobody, before or after. Nobody did. Nobody pulled up. And this was staged from day one. When she came home, she said, well, let's go back. Her boyfriend, her savior. He said, for 48 hours, Miss Alexander, hold your thought. I want to answer that in just a minute. He alleges that for 48 hours, she fought. She literally fought for her life for 48 hours. Nobody took a break. So, I guess somewhere in the fighting, someone got tired and said, time out. Because that's when she left. That's when she came through the woods. That's when the police said she was walking in the neighborhood like, you fought with these people. You know their identity. You can describe them. One thing, when you're robbing someone or just going to do whatever you do, you never, ever leave a witness. Don't do that. Never do that. But she did. She did. The boyfriend said she was fighting. And y'all don't know everything that went on. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Parents, let me tell you something about your children. Your children are not saints. Stop putting your children on pedestals that they cannot stand on. When your child leaves that door, be it a child or an adult, when they leave it, you do not know. They have a different persona on what they relate to the public and not you. The worst thing you can say, my child would not lie to me. If you are, you're lying to your damn self. This was a very deranged, psychotic lunatic. So, if she is a mental patient, well, the court has to do this here. We have to decide who she was when these acts were being done. I'll tell you who she was. She was a woman who was very methodical in what she was doing. She done it right to the fucking T. And so, a lot of manpower is out. 50 to 60 officers out looking for this woman that don't exist. Now, okay, yes, yeah, exactly. So, but now, when they let you go, this me. I'm stupid. I done got away. The first car I see, the first business I see, the first house I see, the first person I see, I got to tell what's going on. I have to. But if that had really happened, she would be dead. She'd be dead. It's as simple as that. Sometimes black people can make it so damn hard to defend them. I keep going back to my baby sister called me today. That's on the line, couldn't talk. She called back. So if she does that, something here, we hang up. She tells me about the press conference that she was listening to. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Wow. And now the parents don't want to talk. Miss Russell don't want to talk to the police anymore. This is going to be so easy to end. Because you had a dummy planning this. You had a dummy planning this. When we uphold our children in their wrongdoing, we make ourselves look bad. And we don't prepare them for the real world. That was totally stupid. So the sister-in-law now know by the child then respond to, are you okay? Wasn't no child there. Wasn't no child there. Ricky says, then you have people out here still saying she is telling the truth. You know what? And they might be saying that. They will. They will. But let me tell you something about the police. They would not be made to look bad when they know you did something. I'm just trying to put the pieces together before we have a press conference. So your ass going to jail. You're going to jail. But again, some people will say that. But I promise you this, if they would say it, they would lay all their evidence on the table that says she's innocent. Over here, you got evidence that says she's guilty. So you put them on a scale and see which outweighs which. People dug in their wallets and they purged. One guy, person gave $20,000 to help her be found. And it went well over, I think, $68,000. You know what? I thought about her today, Tawana Bartley, when she had Al Sharpton out there with that pimp wig on, thinking that some white boys had taken her stuff. Nothing had happened. But even though it was later found out that she lied, to this day, if you ask any of them boys, they will tell you, people still remember that. And in some people's mind, oh, they did it. They just got away because they're white. No, there was nothing there. We have to stop putting ourselves in a predicament to have encounters with the police. And we don't come out on the winning end. I cannot respect anyone that does such a thing like this here. These officers, male and female, could have been out looking for real criminal. Well, she is a criminal, but real case. And you got them out on some bullshit. And you already going to the bus station. But back to the money. So, You want to know how to take money from a register without being caught? I don't know. But who thinks like that? Who thinks like that without being caught? When you delete something out of your phone and from your laptop or tablet, whatever, it's gone. You can't find it. But people with the right software can pull up everything that you delete. Something you deleted 3 years ago, pops back up. You'll never know it. So when you search clear history, you haven't done a damn thing. You may as well have let it stay there. Because it can be pulled up. Take your computer to, Best Buy. Something wrong with it. Let them clean it out for you. Fix it. A guy did this 3 years ago. He said it might be ready tomorrow. He got home. About an hour later, they called him. We got it fixed now. Yeah, oh God, thank you. I'm on my way. So when the guy came, the police was there. They were in the back room. And so when a salesperson went to go get the laptop, the police walked out. He had over, I think, 150 naked pictures of children. And they arrested him on the spot. So don't you ever think, because you done deleted something, that it's gone. It's not. It's not. The right person, just like that, everything will pop up. Your texts, and everything. So, I mean, who on here thinks tonight? And we also put the call line number up if you want to call in and speak on that. The numbers up there, 318-946-4071. Now, who thinks on here that she needs to go to jail? I've spoken with a couple people. No, just tell them don't do it again. But I think you go to jail. So, Ms. Williams, they said you can't say what your kids won't do exactly and make you look like a fool. That's it. That is it. Because you cannot stand up on a lie with somebody. But a lie doesn't have a foundation to stand on. First of all, it doesn't. And when you try to stand on it, you make yourself look bad. Then the parent said, we will not be bullied. Okay, who's trying to bully out? The people are on the internet talking about your child staging a crime that never ever happened. A child walking up and down an interstate at nighttime. Car, zoom, 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 zoom. A child is not going to just stay there, walking close to the edge. The child died all out in front of the car and eventually be killed, probably by more than one. You have all these cars that passed before you, but it makes no damn sense. People like her, there are people that lie a lot, and they get upset with you when you don't believe their lies. The first thing they said, I don't have to lie to you. They're right. They don't have to do it, but they do. The woman couldn't get her damn story straight with 911. Kids, yes, no, You close? Yes, no, Go call it, She was so damn excited. She loved it. Because what she was doing was, she was getting her alibi together. Hung up on 911. You called your sister-in-law. Sean says, yes, sir, and should be call. Yeah, exactly. So you're getting your alibi together, and she's extremely nice with the 911 lady. Cause yes, I saw you didn't. Yeah, thank you. Nobody ever calls about a toddler missing. Nobody. You looked at surveillance video throughout that area. They saw nothing. They saw her get out the car talking to no one. And she left. Monica says, I believe she wanted to meet up with her sneaky link, I guess BC boyfriend. They didn't do that. Okay. A lot of folks have said that, and I guess we can probably rule that out. I mean, rule that to be true. Someone sent me something about think it was Red Ruby. Anybody sent you that? I try not to fool with things that I can't verify, because I call the hotel, but they can't give me any information. I'm not the police, but someone sent me that. But she was going to meet her, I guess, boyfriend or other lover, whatever you want to call it. And so that way, I guess it wouldn't kind of make her boyfriend think that she went somewhere else. She's got an alibi now because she was kidnapped. She was kidnapped. She was kidnapped. When you do things such as this, I promise you, this is not your first time doing this. You have done this before, but never to this extent. To where not only do you have the police involved, you got the whole wide world watching you. So I cannot wait to hear her defense. She wasn't kidnapped. A kidnapper ain't gonna ask you take your snacks. And that's it. When I heard the man say it, I'm like, she did what? And he made it a point to tell us that she she went to Target before placing the 911 call. So where are the snacks at? So they took him to. I have no pity for it whatsoever. Somebody's gonna make that call one time, and it's gonna be real. But depending upon who answers and who's on duty, they're gonna take their time getting there because they've been down this road before. And that is what really angers me, because somebody will need them and they will not get there on time because of you and your acts. If I was a judge, prosecutor, I don't believe in plea deals. If we got all the evidence we need, there's no plea. We're just gonna take the trial, and she needs to be dealt with that way. And if the parents continue to uphold her in her wrong, well, it makes me want to look at them. If it was somebody else's child, her parents would be talking about they should be locked up. That is wrong. God don't like that. But they're getting upset with us for telling the truth. We told the truth before the truth came out. We did. Well, if you weren't there, you don't know what happened. That's a lie. You can put two and two together. You put your intellect together with common sense, and you'll figure out what the hell went wrong. Upholding her in her wrong only makes her want to do something like this again and get away with it. I just want to know who's going to get the money. Because you had somebody put up $20,000. And with all of the donations, it was a little over, I think, $68,000. I think it was to her whereabouts. But as they keep saying, is that she was found. We found her. No. Nobody found her. Nobody found her. Nobody found her. She returned home. That's what she did. Nobody found her. She came back home. So she wasn't found. And if somebody had found her, she still really wasn't missing. This is a game that she played. And it's a terrible game. They will be refunded their money. Okay, Ricky, let me ask you this. What about individuals that don't want to be mentioned when they give up money? How do they settle that? So we talked about that earlier today, So people's going to call and want their money back. Rightfully so, But you look at, out of this here, since Ricky said that, you think about how good people are. People that you do not know that will come to your rescue. Never met you, probably never will. But all the hatred that's going on in this country right now, God, as only God can be, He let us see that we still have good people on planet Earth. When somebody donates big bucks to find you, to help you, that says a lot about them. It does. And if I don't know when, but soon they will knock on that door and they will put handcuffs on. Tamara Lee says, I think the $68,000 should be used to pay law enforcement. 13. I can agree with that, hands down. I agree with that. Exactly. I don't hope she gets to see a dollar of it, not a dollar, because this was just a child all by themselves. Sister says, I heard it ask, but you hear the child saying that. You can't hear what's not there. You can't. And I just want to know, why do her boyfriend continue to uphold her in this lie? Was he going to get something out the deal? Was he in on it too? Come on now. I don't think we can pull anything off the table right now. I don't even think we could say, well, her parents wouldn't do that. If they support her in her wrong, in her criminal element, yeah, they will help her. They will be involved with it. All you can say is, I don't know. It's kind of like if you in a relationship. If somebody asks you, has your mate ever cheated on you before? The only thing that you can say is yes, or I just don't know. I'm going to say it again. Anytime somebody asks you, has your mate ever cheated on you before? The answer can only be yes, or I just don't know. Oh, I know my husband cheated me. I know you don't know nothing. Monica says you may be on. That's it. Because people go to their grave. No, I know, I know, you never done that to me. What? You pull the camera back. Look at this here. They go to their grave thinking that they were the only one. So don't make an ass out of yourself by saying, oh, I know my woman, I know my man. No, you don't. And nothing has to be wrong in the relationship for one to step out. Okay, that's another story. Okay, I'm not going to be able to talk too long tonight because we still have issues with my throat there. So I want to come over here and just speak with you all briefly on what happened today. When my baby sister called me, I was lost. I couldn't believe it. She was telling me. I knew she was guilty, but I didn't know about all of this here. When you look at a timeline of things that she done, it says before her 911 call on July the 13th, 8:20 p.m., Russell left the workplace in Birmingham, about 10 miles from Hoover, at around 8:20 p.m. Russell then ordered food from a nearby business at the Canola shopping mall and picked up, police said she stopped at Target, on Highway 280 to buy some granola bars and some cheese. She stayed in the parking lot until 9:21 p.m. 9:21 p.m. What was she doing? August 13th, 9:34 p.m. Just after 9:30 p.m., Russell calls 911 to report a toddler on the highway, saying she had stopped to check on the boy. While she was on the phone with a dispatcher about the toddler, Russell traveled in her car about 600 yards, the distance of about 6 football fields. July 13th, 9:36 p.m. After the 911 call, which lasted for about 2 minutes, Russell then called a family member. She went missing during the conversation sometime around 9:36 p.m. Again, the sister-in-law was going to be her alibi. Because all the sister-in-law can go by is what she told her. She can't raise her hand in the courtroom and say, I know, but you're on trial. She wasn't lying. This is earthly sad, y'all, that we're at a point like this, especially with black people. Yeah, especially with us. We don't have to do anything wrong. Just wake up tomorrow and be black. That's wrong enough. We have good people out here, and I thank God for those people. But people like Russell makes it hard to believe anyone else that come along and said blase, blase. Who put a link up there? Okay. That link, not being ugly, but we're going to delete that link because we don't allow any links on here. And I'm not being ugly, but I'm responsible for whatever comes on this page, whether I put it up or not. We stopped, especially with GoFundMe page, we stopped doing that a long time ago. So I just ask people not to put any links or repost anything on this page. I'm not being ugly, it's just respect. Ms. Williams says she, her sister-in-law, planned this together. All involved needs to go to jail for the crime. Without a doubt, they have to go. They have to go and stuff. Because if you don't, then somebody else will do this again. I promise you that. We may not know about it, but somebody else is going to do it again. She's probably intellectually gifted, but when it comes to common sense, she sucks. She's dumb as a box of goddamn rocks. I mean, because she left 100 pieces of damn evidence for 49 hours. They was looking for this one woman that wasn't missing at all. And the family said when she came in, you couldn't touch her, you couldn't hug her, because she was dead broke up from what they had done to her. Not to mention, she was fighting for 48 hours. And then coming through the woods, no shoes on, walking like everything's fine. She should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I promise you all, this is not the last time we will be talking about this case, but maybe tomorrow night we'll come back and we'll do a lot of things at 7 o'clock. Thank you all for listening to us tonight. As always, we appreciate it. I love you big time. Remember, I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. We'll see you tomorrow night. Love you big time.